rocked it. And then as far as the live magic, the way that Jack likes to keep that energy is that we don't rehearse. Vulfpeck has never rehearsed. We didn't rehearse for Madison Square Garden. We didn't rehearse for years ago when we played these other things. When Dave Koz and Chris Thiele sat in on Smile Meditation at Madison Square Garden, we didn't rehearse. Chris didn't sound check. He didn't know what he was plugging into. He ran up on stage at Madison Square Garden, not knowing how he was going to hear or plug in his mandolin. He walked up there and there was a direct box with a 1/4-inch cable and the monitor guy's like, hey, that's your line out there. Run out there and plug that in. You know, it's not like we have this huge crew. We run a pretty bare bones, fun, like, all right, we're all working. You know, I'm setting up all my own gear, all that stuff. It's fun. Like, that's part of our thing. And because we don't rehearse, it keeps this live energy. Like, we all trust that we've prepared for something, and we all trust that we know the tunes. But for some tunes, we've played them a total of 3 times because that's how many takes we did when we recorded the song. And then when we show up at the gig, you just got to be prepared. And sometimes we'll run something at sound check. You know, it's a little bit of a lie to say we never rehearse. It's like, okay, let's run.
I don't think sound checks count as rehearsals.
Yeah. But yeah, to some degree, you know, we run songs occasionally. Mad. And then, but that's what keeps that magic. And then sometimes there's jumping points. Jack has the Britney Spears or Garth Brooks mic that he wears, the workout leader guy mic, and he's yelling, like, you know, he'll yell things, and then all of a sudden there's this jumping point, and that's where all of a sudden some of the fun is. So whether it be, like, we had Bernard Purdy play 4 days of shows with us a few years ago, and part of the fun in that is Jack was like, I'm not going to tell him anything. I'm not going to send him any material. Bernard Purdy has got the greatest instincts of any drummer probably to ever live. So we're just going to tell him to get up on stage. And what he ended up doing is, Purdy had never heard any of the Vulfpeck stuff, I don't think. He had no idea what he was into. Show up, you're going to play the drums. He shows up looking dope, this sick pinstripe suit, you know, looking classy. He shows up on stage, sits down, and not nervous at all. Just like, all right, what's going on? Jack goes, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry, I'm dropping my tape. So Purdy shows up, he sits down, Jack goes, all right, 1, 2, 3. And then all of a sudden we're in. Purdy's playing. Like, Jack sets up the groove, the kind of thing, counts the band in, and Purdy just goes. And then what ends up happening is you get raw instincts. There's nothing but magic. It's all raw instincts. Are there hits? Are there form things he needs to catch? He's just constantly ears up, and you're getting all of the magic of that. So those sort of things are high risk, high reward when they work out. But at the same time, it's like, you got Bernard Purdy sitting in. That's not high risk. You got Chris Thiele, the greatest mandolin player on the planet. It's not that high risk. You know he's going to crush it. You know, so where the magic lies is in the fact that we're always like, I don't know what's going to happen. And then that it makes for something really fun, but it's not for everybody. Some people would get extreme anxiety over that. I live for those moments.
I love it.
Vulfpeck has never rehearsed.
Vulfpeck has never rehearsed. Vulfpeck has never rehearsed.
We're going 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, and 2 steps back. Keep holding that C. Ready to end the show? Right? Hold it!
Vulfpeck has never rehearsed. 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 Vulfpeck has never rehearsed.